name is Scott Stewart. Welcome to Guelph City Hall. And certainly an early morning edition here, but trust me, I think it's worth the wait. And I would especially like to thank our Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, the Honourable Steve Clark. Thank you for joining us this morning. Minister Clark has been a great ally for cities across Ontario through this pandemic, and your support for these real issues that we are facing as municipalities certainly doesn't go unnoticed, but that's what's brought him here today. So without further ado, I'll hand it over to Minister Clark. Mr. Clark.
Well, good morning, everyone. Just want to thank you all for coming at such an early hour, but as Scott said during his kind introduction, I think you'll agree it's worth the early morning in Guelph. It's great to be here. It's great to be back here. I was talking to my staff. The last time I was here was at a Ontario Big City Mayors meeting, and I want to thank Mayor Guthrie for not just his work on that committee, but his great work in the city. He's been a tremendous ally. He's a great friend, and I just want to thank him for all the work that he and his council are doing. But just keep up the great work. You're a fantastic mayor. One of the best social media mayors you're going to find in North America. So, strong advocate. Like most communities in Ontario, Guelph is facing a housing crisis. A severe shortage of housing supply is driving rental housing and affordable home ownership even further out of reach. We know that young families, seniors, and all hardworking Ontarians are desperate to find housing that meets their unique needs and their budget. As our province enters a period of economic recovery, our government is working hard to get shovels in the ground to create jobs and make it easier for people to have the housing they both need and deserve. This cannot be done alone. I'm proud to be working collaboratively with our municipal partners. I appreciate, Scott, your kind words, but we appreciate working with partners like the City of Guelph to address the housing affordability crisis and help more Ontarians realize the dream of home ownership. So when I heard about the local support for new housing in Guelph on the site of the Dolime Quarry, I wanted to make sure that we were providing the city with the tools that they need to make it happen. I know the importance of the Quarry initiative is twofold, not only for potential new housing, but also very importantly to protect Guelph's safe drinking water. So today, I am proud to announce that I have granted Guelph City Council's request for a Ministry Zoning Order, or MZO, to enable homes to be built faster on this site and address the demand-side pressures that are driving up home prices. The Dolime Quarry will one day be home to young families, seniors, and other hardworking Ontarians looking for a place to call home. I'm proud to say that this initiative reflects a balanced and responsible approach to growth. This Minister's Zoning Order is helping protect Guelph's safe drinking water that exists in an aquifer below the quarry, along with the pond and its natural heritage features. I've also approved the proposal from the City of Guelph and the Township of Guelph-Hermosa to transfer jurisdiction of the quarry lands to the City of Guelph. This comes into effect on January 1st, 2022, the same day that the Minister's Zoning Order comes into effect. This annexation is an important part of the rehabilitation project for the quarry to protect local drinking water sources. So today is an excellent example of how our government is collaborating with our municipal partners to make it easier for both current and future residents to find a home. After several years of public consultations on the quarry lands, Guelph City Council passed a resolution supporting the Minister's Zoning Order on July 1st, 2021. And the request is also supported by both the Township and the County of Wellington. Our government continues to work with our municipal partners to build Ontario together while protecting the environment. So the other issue I'd like to speak to you about today is an event that Premier Ford and I are hosting. We've invited all the big city mayors and the regional chairs to a provincial municipal housing summit on December 16th, where we can assess what's working and how can we continue to work together to to address the housing crisis. And leading up to the Rural Ontario Municipal Association, or ROMA's annual conference, we'll also be hosting a special session in January with those members. We'll discuss the issue of housing affordability with Ontario's rural, small town and northern communities, and the unique challenges and opportunities that they're facing. I want to take this opportunity to thank the municipal councils of the county, the township, and the city for all the work that they've done and for our continued partnership and collaboration. This is a great day for the City of Guelph, and I'm so very pleased to be able to work collaboratively with such a great mayor as Cam Guthrie and the local council. Thank you for having me, and I'll now turn it back to Scott.
Minister, thank you very much. That is excellent news. That is a great day for Guelph. And it's one of the big reasons that we're here today is this unanimous support that you mentioned, and that unwavering support really from City Council. I'll now invite our Mayor, who doesn't really need an introduction, but Mayor Guthrie, please come up and say a few words.
Well, thank you so much, and good morning. And on behalf of Council, a warm welcome to you, Minister Clark, today. Thank you so much. We're thrilled to have you here in our city, and especially when you're coming here with such important news. We really appreciate it. Minister, you and I have had many conversations over the past couple of years, especially as you worked with cities to address all the challenges during the pandemic. You have always been willing to listen, to engage, and to find solutions, working together with municipalities as partners at the table, and the announcement today is just another great example of that. This morning's announcement is a result of a great deal of work from many people and organizations that even began before my time, many, many years ago. Every step we've made to protect our community's drinking water has always felt like little minor progresses here and there. But today, this is the big step that we needed. I want to thank Minister Clark for upholding our community support solution to a complex problem by approving these requests. You've made the province's commitment to drinking water protection loud and clear. Guelph is one of the largest cities in Canada to rely on groundwater for our drinking water needs. The decisions that you've announced today will make a real and tangible and significant impact to the quality and security of our community's drinking water for generations to come. And this is something Guelphites take very, very seriously. We really care about water. That's clear from the community's support for this innovative solution. When staff first shared this proposal with the community to protect our drinking water, people had questions, but our in-depth consultation with our community, with our municipal neighbors, Indigenous governments as well, earned the support and the understanding that was required. This is real collaboration. And I want to particularly thank the County of Wellington and the Township of Guelph-Aramasa for working with us to address this long-standing issue. That support was critical in today's announcement, and I mean critical. Without neighbors who share our values and understand the complexities of being a groundwater community, we would not be standing here today. I'd also be remiss if I did not take the opportunity to thank city staff who've been a part of this effort. Jennifer Rose, Wayne Gallagher, James Crowder, Christopher Cooper, Laura Massou, Jody Sales, Crystal Walkie, Emily Stahl, Sally Drew, and Deputy CAO Jane Holmes, and of course our CAO of the City of Guelph, Scott Stewart. And of course, my fellow councillors, who also deserve credit for the support that they've given staff throughout this entire process and the care that they've taken to listen and engage with our community. Our vote to move ahead with this solution was unanimous. This is an issue we've stood very firm on and firmly together on since the very beginning, and it is that solidarity that has brought us to this point today. And while we've said that our community really cares about water, Minister Clark, today you've shown that the province does too, and how local solutions can contribute to larger issues our province is facing as a whole, like the housing crisis. So thank you for being at the table with us, listening to our community, and working together to find a positive solution. This is a very big moment for our city. Thank you, Minister, for for coming to Guelph to share this important moment with us today. Thank you very, very much.
We got a clap for
Thanks very much, Mayor Guthrie. I'd like to quickly just echo the thanks once more to our provincial partners, to our council, to city staff. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor, for mentioning the city staff, our neighbors, both at the county and the township. And you're so right. We accomplish so many amazing things when we work together for our future. So now I'd like to hand things over to Zoe Knowles, Director of Communications for Minister Clark, and she will moderate questions from the media. Zoe.
Yes, okay, you got it.
Okay, everyone. We'll now open up the floor to the media Q&A. First question.
Hello. Minister, since you're at the mic, I think it's you. Glasses are on the end of my nose. I guess what's the lesson here in terms of like administering these MZOs? Because I mean, you sit in the chair. There's been some issues with everybody coming together on approving these MZOs. Like, what's the Guelph lesson?
Yeah, the Guelph lesson is, as the mayor said, this has been an ongoing community conversation and consultation. He can, outline all the specifics that have been done with neighboring communities. You've got a situation where the county, the township, and the city have come together and had an agreement that there's been Indigenous consultation. This has been a long process for this community, and now the minister's zoning order has provided that certainty. So, I think anytime we can work collaboratively to create more housing opportunities and at the same time protect, safe drinking water, it's a win-win for everyone.
If I can follow up then with either the mayor or Scott, the city takes possession of the quarry site on January 1st. What's the timeline after that?
So that's a good question, Adam. And I would say none of that is written in stone at this stage. It comes into the city of Guelph, so possession isn't there. The RVD is still the owner of the property. It just moves into the annexation that Minister Clark mentioned, moves into the city of Guelph. And from there, we'll follow their speed. So we will move at the process forward through sort of all of our approvals that will come forward to get to housing. But we'll follow sort of what RVD wants to do. And of course, we've worked behind the scenes with them an awful lot to move through this. At the end of the day, for the city of Guelph, water quality quantity is an issue for us that drives you to the great result of housing, but we'll work through that. So that's my way of saying there isn't a set time frame, but we'll go at the speed of RVD, and we'll make sure that the appropriate approvals from our perspective are in place as well to make this happen as soon as possible.
All right, since there are no other questions, we'll wrap it up for today. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming.